then there are a group of people that need a refresher on the hotline, and then there are some people that are looking at whether a hotline would be suitable for their marketing, the USP Property Tree. So what we're going to do, I have Sarah Lau on the call with me. Hi, Sarah.
Hello, Marissa. Hello, and thank you everyone for joining us for our branded USP Property Tree Hotline training today.
Yeah. Many of you know Sarah. She does the initial hotline webinar training, and we're just adding on to that so that we can make sure that everybody gets trained up and started and ready to go. So what Sarah's going to be doing, just so that we know what to send people and what to provide people, is she's going to be doing a poll. So Sarah, can you guide them through that poll, please?
Yes. So the first question is, I'm just going to ask if, so the poll has been launched. So you see it on the side. So you just asking to see if you are an existing tree subscriber. So just click on it just so we know and what material to send you. So just click on to whether or not you are currently a USP Property Tree subscriber. Perfect. So I do see the numbers going up and down here. Okay. Perfect. So I can see most of you, well, not really most, about half of you are current USP Tree subscribers and half of you are not. So just for a number-wise, Marissa, it's about half and half today.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so what I'm going to do then is I'm going to talk a bit about the USP Property Tree from a marketing perspective and how you would use it and some of the additional features that are on the tree that will help you with your marketing, as well as I'm going to talk about it from a functionality perspective, so the difference between the tree and the information line and how it works. Then I'm going to go through actually how to set the tree, how to set the tree up with your custom main greeting. Okay, so we'll begin now with the difference between the USP Property Tree and the information line. Okay, so from a marketing perspective, the information line is basically an unbranded or less branded form of marketing. It offers your callers a very non-threatening way to get information from you. So basically, these are people that are just, you know, dipping their toe in the water, thinking of perhaps buying or selling, but aren't quite ready to speak to a realtor yet. So all you're doing is offering them information that they're looking for. So when you advertise, you would advertise whatever campaign it is that you're running. For example, if you were running the renters campaign, you would advertise your toll-free number with an ID number. The caller would call in, see your ad, call in. They're prompted to, there's a very generic main greeting that basically says, hello and thank you for calling the real estate information line. Please enter the 4-digit ID number of the special report you're interested in hearing about. They enter that 4-digit ID number, and at the end of the script that plays for them, they are prompted to either, well, to leave a message. Okay. From a functionality perspective, the information line has 1,000 mailboxes and a main greeting. There isn't a lot of movement on that line. Once the caller calls in, enters a 4-digit ID number, they can basically do one of two things. Listen to the script and leave a message, or listen to the script and hang up halfway through it. Okay? Now when we move on to the USP Property Tree, the USP Property Tree, from a marketing perspective, is a branded line. So on this line, you are identifying yourself, your company, any unique selling propositions or USPs that you may be offering, such as a guaranteed sale program. You're also putting your listings, any property listings that you have on this line. So once again, The information line is for less branded advertising. This is for people who are not ready to engage with a realtor yet. They're just looking for information, and usually in the form of some kind of free report. The branded line, these are people who are a little more ready to act. They may be calling on one of your unique selling propositions or your USPs, or they may be calling on a listing that you have advertised. Okay. Now, on the USP Property Tree, you are going to have to record your own main greeting, a custom main greeting. Now, we can also record the greetings for you. Better if it comes from you in your voice, but the information line comes with a generic main greeting and all the scripts preloaded. What we have preloaded on the USP Property Tree are basically the USPs that are offered, but of course we can't record your listing, so you will need to record your listing scripts onto that line as well as your custom main greeting. Okay? From a functionality perspective, the tree works a little differently. It does have a space for the main greeting and 1,000 mailboxes, but the tree acts in place of you. So what we've done is we've created a main menu option, a 9-option menu. Now, in our system requires that we have a 4-digit ID number associated with each script or each mailbox on the system. So what you will see is ID numbers 1071 through to 1079 in the scripts area of your Hotline Manager, of your online interface. What we've done is we've taken those 9 mailboxes to create a 9-option menu. So for example, 1071 represents option 1. 1072 represents option 2. 1073 represents option 3. Okay. So when you're creating your main greeting, what we're going to need to do is choose which USPs you're going to offer, because when you're creating that main greeting, you will have to indicate option 1 could be buyer profile, option 2 could be guaranteed sale program, that type of thing. But we'll go through that as we go along. Okay. One of the things on this line is called the tree because you can actually branch back and forth between mailboxes. So when a caller calls in, say for example on one of your listings, they listen to your main greeting. They may enter the 4-digit ID number of a listing that they have seen. When they're listening to that listing, they may discount it, and at the end of it, they may want to speak with you live. So they can do that by pressing 0, and the call will be forwarded to you. This is called the Find Me feature. They can press the pound key to go back to the main greeting to listen to what USPs you have to offer, or they can enter another 4-digit ID number of perhaps another listing they might have seen. And they can do this an unlimited amount of times in one call. So again, the difference, the information line, once they're in a mailbox, they either have to leave a message or hang up. On this line, they can press 0 to reach you live. They can press the pound key to go back to the main greeting, or they can enter another 4-digit ID number for either listening to one of your other USPs or one of your other listings. Okay. The tree line also has a couple of features. One in particular is enhanced notification, and this is for FSBOs. With the enhanced notification, the message notification service that you currently have on both lines is set up to be system-wide. So if, for example, on my hotline, I've got my email address as the person that gets notified. If Amy Truesdell in our office wants to be notified as well, I can also add her, and I can also add Sarah Lau. But if, for example, on the tree line you have a FSBO or a listing that you want to go to a specific agent, so you want the notifications not to go to you but to go to a specific agent, or if when the caller presses 0 to reach someone live, you want that to go to one of your FSBOs or to go to a different agent in your office. This is what enhanced notification does. So the notifications are by mailbox versus by the whole system. Okay? So each mailbox is treated individually. The notifications on each mailbox are treated individually and unique. Okay, the mobile enhanced. Now, some of you may have the mobile enhanced feature on your tree line. What the mobile enhanced feature does is this allows for the caller that's listening to a listing script to be sent a text message as they're listening to their mobile phone. Okay, this message could be anything such as additional features on the home, or it could be a URL that basically directs them to a mobile-friendly landing page. And at that point, you can request that they fill in a lead capture form. So one of the great things for sure about the tree is that you have 3 shots at getting the lead here. One by putting the property listings on a sign writer. People can dial 0 for things such as a price change to reach you live. They can leave a message, or you can get them to a USP landing page where they can fill in an opt-in form with more information for you. Okay. Now, AMS does offer some mobile-friendly video landing pages for this feature. We do have 8 of them, 4 buyer and 4 seller. If you have the Professional Plus package, you probably would have the mobile enhanced feature included, as well as 1 mobile landing page in that package. If you only have 1 hotline currently, and you don't have the Professional Plus package, we can do the mobile landing pages as a separate service. And anybody who is interested in that, we can chat with them. You can send something in the chat box, and we can call you back on that. Okay. Now, one of the things we're going to be doing is the 3rd part of our training is we're going to be running a specific webinar on the mobile enhanced and SMS notification and mobile landing pages. That webinar is going to be running on Tuesday, November 17th at 2 p.m. Eastern and 11 a.m. Pacific. So anybody who is interested in having that mobile enhanced feature activated or wants to know more about how it all works, this is going to be a great webinar to attend. Okay, Sarah, can we move on? Okay, so what I'd like to do is go through a little scenario for you of just how this tree might work for you. You may have a sign writer on one of your listings. So on your sign, you would have the toll-free number listed and the 4-digit ID number that you've given that listing. Okay, so a prospective buyer is out in front of your listing that you may have for sale, and basically what happens is they would call in the toll-free number. They would listen to the script that you have, and the script would be very generic on the actual listing. And then a couple of things could happen. Here are a couple of scenarios. They could simply enter 0 to connect to you live to get more information about that particular listing, or they may leave you a voice message, or if you have the enhanced notification activated, the system can push to their mobile phone an instant SMS message with your USP offer or anything else that you'd like to let them know. So again, you get 3 shots at capturing this lead with the USP Property Tree. They can either leave you a message, they can press 0 to reach you live and speak to you, or our mobile enhanced feature can redirect them to the USP landing page. Okay. Excuse me. If you'd like to just get a quick idea of how this works, if anyone has their mobile phone handy right now, you can use your mobile phone and dial 888-471-4953. When the main greeting comes on, you can enter the property listing ID number 1115. As you're listening to that script, you will see a message pushed to your phone. Okay, so I'll give everybody a few minutes to do that. Again, the number is 888-471-4953, ID 1115. Okay, Sarah, you can see the next screen. And this is what you should, this is the type of message that you're going to see on your phone. Okay. So you see the message that that you've gotten there, get priority access to all hot new listings. The caller would click on that link, and this is where that link redirects them to. Okay. Now we're going to talk about creating and recording custom scripts. Now, as I mentioned, the main greeting, before you even start to think about recording your main greeting, you have to actually create it. So you need to first choose which USPs you're going to offer on that greeting. As I mentioned, ID numbers 1071 through to 1079 represent options 1 through 9. So your greeting might go something like this. Hi, this is Sarah Lau. Thank you for calling Sarah Lau's Home Hunter Hotline. For information on our guaranteed sale program, please press 2. For information on our tour of homes, please press 5. For information on our distress sale service, please press 9. Or please enter the 4-digit ID number of the property you're interested in hearing about. If at any time throughout this message you wish to speak with me live, you can press 0 at any time. Okay, so you can see 1071 through to 1079. I've used the last digit of those mailboxes. Now, some people may say, well, you know, I want the numbers to be sequential. Like, I don't want the caller to have to think about entering 1 and then 3 and then 9. What we can do is we can always swap out whatever USPs are in that mailbox. So if you want if you pick distress sales and that is currently 1079 and you want that to be option 2, we can always move that up into that slot. So the main thing is to pick the USPs you're going to offer, and we'll work with you to make sure you get them into the right place to create your main greeting. Once you've chosen your USPs, we've provided a template for you. Basically highlighted in blue is the information that you're going to need to fill out, and then you can go ahead and record. There are 2 different ways of recording. One is directly over the phone, so by dialing your toll-free number, entering the back end of our system by hitting 9999, the system will prompt you for your password. You would press 2 to manage your scripts, press 1 to record, and press the star key to finish. And basically, once you've pressed the star key, that script or that recording automatically gets saved into the system. When we're recording our main greetings are always 0000. That is the mailbox you use. So when it asks for the script that you'd like to manage, it's 0000. If you're re-recording a USP, it would be the 4-digit ID number of whatever USP you're offering. And if it's a property listing script, what you need to do is choose a 4-digit ID number for each of your properties. Generally, I tell people to stay out of the 1000 series. You have 1000 mailboxes, so there's plenty of mailboxes there to choose from. Every script must go into a 4-digit, must have a 4-digit ID number. So I generally tell people to stay out of the 1000s because all of our library scripts are in there, and start at 2000 or 3000. So for example, if you have 5 listings, you start at 2001, 2002, 3, 4, and 5. If you're ordering sign riders, once you order the sign riders, you need to double check your toll-free number, put your toll-free number on there, and the 4-digit ID number of the property. Now, if you order say 6 sign riders, once your properties sell, you can actually re-record into that mailbox. So you're not having to buy new sign riders every time you have a property that sells. Okay. Now there's the other way you can record is on your computer. We use a program. It's a free program that you can download off the internet called GoldWave, and you can record your listings and your main greeting and then upload them through the lead management interface or the hotline interface. Okay, they do have to have certain file attributes to be able to upload them properly. So in the handouts that we're going to provide for you, there will be the script and recording instructions for over the phone, as well as the file attributes to record on your computer and upload. Okay. We have provided samples. Sorry, Sarah, can you go back? We have provided samples on the right-hand section. You can also find written samples of the main greeting and the USP scripts and other templates for listings, either in Craig's online marketing platform, and as well, if I'm sure many of you have been to the Super Conference, anything to do with the hotlines is in section 6 of your Super Conference binder. If you go to page 20, that's where the scripts start in that section, and you'll see a sample main greeting in there, as well as several different property listing scripts that you can work from. Okay, but we've also got one that you can download here, a shorter sample that you can download here. Okay. Next, Sarah. Once again, this is our bin information sheet. If you go onto your online interface or your hotline manager, once again, these are the USPs that you will see in the voice scripts area. For those of you who may need a quick reminder, when you log on, you click on hotlines, you click on the toll-free number that you want to manage. So if you have 2 numbers, this would be the USP Property Tree, so you're going to click on the tree, and then 3 folders will come up: voice messages, voice scripts, and settings. The voice messages folder is where you will see all these scripts listed. Okay. Again, the first 9, 1071 through to 1079, represent options 1 through 9 on the main greeting. That's our 9-option menu. Craig has recently added to both of the lines, to both the information line and the USP Property Tree, some new scripts, some new USPs. And once again, say for example, you choose the buyback guarantee 1082, and you would like that to be option 1 on your main greeting. We can always get rid of what's there now and move that script up into the 1071 slot. So no worries if you don't see the USP you want to offer in that first 9. We can always just juggle them around for you or show you how to do that. Okay, Sarah? Here's a sample of the main greeting. Again, once again, this is how your main greeting would go. Hi, this is Marissa Graham of Automated Marketing Solutions, and thank you for calling my 24-hour Home Hunter hotline. If you would like to speak with me personally, you can be connected to my office at any time by entering 0. Now, in this case, I've chosen 2 USPs. To receive free listing printouts of all area homes complete with pictures that match exactly what you're looking for, please press 1. So again, this would be 1071. For information on our guaranteed sale program, please press 2. This represents 1072. If you're calling about a home you've seen listed, you can enter the 4-digit property ID number at any time. Remember, you can press 0 to speak with me and press the pound key at any time to return to the main menu. Thank you for calling the Marissa Graham Home Hunter Hotline, and please make your selection now. So if you follow this template, we've highlighted in blue what you need to fill in. In the center, you choose your USPs, you choose what option numbers you want them to go into, and you're ready to record. Okay, now as far as the property listing sample, here we've chosen ID number 2000 for our property. Again, here we go. Thank you for calling Marissa Graham Home Hunter Hotline. Now you can see in this description we've kept it quite generic. We haven't talked about an address or a price or anything. This lovely detached home is located on a safe, child-friendly cul-de-sac street. Large irregular sized lot with mature trees and fenced yard, offers a park-like setting, easy access to highways, schools, and parks. Great income potential from legal basement apartment. You don't want to give away too much information in this listing sample or in this listing script. The more information you give away, the less reason they have to actually reach out and speak to you or leave you their information. Again, to receive full listing details on this property, simply leave us your name and email address after the tone, and we'll send it out to you free and without obligation. Remember, you can return to the main greeting at any time by pressing the pound sign. Thank you for calling our Home Hunter Hotline, and get ready to leave your message. Okay. At this point, the caller may dismiss this listing. It may not be what they're looking for, and they may be ready to speak to you. They may like what they hear and want to speak to you and press 0. Or they may want to listen to what other USPs you have to offer and press the pound key to go back to the main menu. Or they may enter another 4-digit ID number. Last scenario would be that if you have the SMS notification set up, as they're listening to your property listing script, a short message would be sent to them with a URL that they can fill in one of your mobile-friendly landing page opt-ins. Okay. Okay, Sarah? Okay, so now what we've done is we've reviewed the difference between the USP Property Tree and the information line. We've talked about, from a functionality perspective, how each one differs. We've talked about how to set up your main greeting and your property listing scripts. We've talked about the different features available on this line. And we've included for you some information that you can download to help you along. Okay, Sarah, have you got any questions?
All right, so we do have a couple of questions, and for anyone that has a question, please feel free to type it in the chat box, and we can answer them for you. So so we have a question here. Do you sell the sign writers? Do you have a sample of the sign writers?
Okay, we don't sell the sign writers. AMS does not sell the sign writers at all. However, Craig's preferred vendor for the signs is Lowen Sign. They're out of Kansas City. You can go to their website. It's Lowen Sign. That's L-O-W-E-N sign.com. Once you get there, you would click on residential real estate, and you will see a bunch of icons. You will see Craig Proctor Productions. And once you click on that, there's all kinds of samples of the signs and the sign writers. So, and the pricing's all there. So even if, obviously, even if you're not using them and you want to use somebody local, you can at least get an idea of what needs to go on the signs, what kind of pricing you're looking at, that type of thing. So that's a great resource for you if you go to lowensign.com. Again, that's LOWENSIGN.com.
Okay, so we also have a question here, if there is a cost associated with the enhanced notifications or the SMS notification features.
Okay. As far as the enhanced notification, no. All you need to do is send us an email or give our office a call and ask us to set that up for you, and we'll just turn on the notification and we will walk you through how that all gets set up. As far as the SMS notification, again, it's a feature that is included with your USP Property Tree, but we don't automatically turn it on. So you need to let us know that you want that turned on. Again, we will walk you through how to set that up once it's activated, as well as if you bought the Professional Plus package at a conference or at a recent conference, that package comes with one mobile-friendly landing page. We do, as I said, we do have 8 of those landing pages. If you want to activate one of those landing pages, if your package does include it, all you would need to do is give our office a call, and we'll walk you through we will send you some samples and walk you through how we're going to get that all set up for you. If you do not have that as part of the package, we do have a separate price, an individual price for the mobile landing pages. Or again, if you want, a couple of them, say you want to buy one buyer and one seller, whatever, we do have some additional pricing for extra landing pages.
Okay. We have another question here. How do I accommodate the menu option for multi-languages?
Okay. We do have a lot of customers that speak other languages or are practicing real estate in areas that are multilingual. So basically what we do is, I'm going to use Spanish as an example. So the way our lines work is they are not really a combination line. You can order a line in either Spanish or English. The prompts in between are in one language or the other. If, for example, you order an English line but you want it to be bilingual, we can mirror the English scripts with the Spanish script. So all we would do is load the same scripts that you have on your hotlines in English. We can load the identical ones in Spanish in different ID numbers. And you would need to reflect that on your main greeting. So, for example, on your main greeting, before you would start, you would say, thank you for calling. This message will follow in Spanish. Or you can start in Spanish. This message will follow in English. We do have templates for that, and we can help walk you through that for sure. I know we do have a lot of people that want to make their hotline so that it accommodates both languages. So once again, give our office a call if you have that scenario, and we will walk you through that, and we will make sure that we send you some samples as a guideline.
Okay. We have a question here. Is this geared towards real estate agents only, or can this be configured to real estate investors as well?
It's not, this particular USP Property Tree is used mainly by real estate agents, but we can configure it to, the functionality of the tree stays the same, whether you're a real estate agent or a dentist or a doctor or a broker or whatever. The difference would be in that our real estate hotlines with the Craig Proctor system are preloaded with pre-recorded scripts. So on the USP Property Tree, it comes with pre-recorded scripts specifically for real estate. So if you were using it for something else, you would need to create your own scripts or modify scripts for that particular niche market.
Okay. So I have a question here. I have a information hotline. Mm-hmm. Do I need a USP Property Tree line? And is there an additional cost?
Okay. Basically, the information line and the USP Property Tree have two different functions. As we talked about at the beginning of the call, the information line is specifically for providing people with information that they're looking for in a very non-branded or less branded way. These are people that are just starting to scope out, entertaining the idea of, maybe selling their house or buying a house or whatever. They're not ready to speak to a realtor. So the way the line is set up is it's very unbranded, non-branded, and the functionality of the line is such that it's basically set up to deliver information. Whereas the USP Property Tree, the functionality of that is set up to act in place of you. So that is specifically for your property listings and any unique selling propositions you have. And the way it's set up is to act in place of you. So for example, if somebody called on if somebody called you on one of your listings and after you've provided them a description, they've discounted that listing, you obviously wouldn't say, well, see you later. You would proceed to probe and ask them other questions. With the USP Property Tree, it does a lot of the legwork for you. So basically, once they've listened to a listing, again, they can press the pound key to go back to the main menu to listen to one of your USPs or one of your offers. They can enter another 4-digit ID number of another listing they may have. They can press 0 to speak to you. So again, the USP Property Tree has a very different function, and it's not recommended that you sort of cross over on that. Now there is an additional cost. Basically, the USP Property Tree is the same cost as the information line. So yes, there is an additional cost.
So how do you set up the Find Me feature, and how do I change the number?
Okay. Initially, when you set up your account, we have to set up the Find Me feature for you from our system side. Once we set, and all you need to do is call into our office or email us and tell us you'd like the Find Me feature set up and what number you'd like that zero transfer to go to. Once it's been set up on our system side, in the settings area, again, of your hotline manager, so again, we go back to those 3 folders that you always land on: voice messages, voice scripts, and settings. In the settings area where you set up your message notification, on the USP Property Tree, once we set it up on the system side, there will be a new field in there that says change Find Me number. And you will see the slot that has the original number you gave us as the 0 transfer. All you would do is go in there, change the number. Say, for example, you have a number that you want those calls forwarded to your cell phone, for example, and you're going away on vacation and you want somebody else to pick those calls up while you're away. All you do is go into the settings area, go into the change Find Me number, change the number to whoever you want the calls to go to, go up to the pink bar and over to the right, and click Save Settings. Very easy.
And should the option 0, Find Me feature, be forwarded to cell phone or my office?
I would say most people have it forwarded to their cell phone. Rule of thumb is you want to ensure that whoever the call gets forwarded to, that they can answer the questions as you would answer them. So if you're forwarding those calls to your office and the call ends up with somebody who can't answer the question, you don't want to take that chance. The other thing being that last thing you want is for them to end up in voicemail jail. So, you know, they're forwarding the call to you because they're hot. They want to speak to you, and then they end up at your office and end up in voicemail. So that's not the greatest scenario. Generally, people have the calls forwarded to their cell phone.
Okay. So that seems to be all of the questions today. There are some one-on-one questions, and if you do have any questions, individual questions, or questions about the tree, or how to set up the option, follow me features, anything like that, if you have any questions, feel free to put your email in the chat box, and we can contact you after the call. Okay, so this can be, if you have any questions on the tree, any question on the webinar that we had today, or on the Follow Me feature, how to set that up, or anything like that. If you have any additional questions, you can send us an email at service@automs.com. Give us a call at 1-800-458-1899, or the best way is just to leave your email in the chat box, and we can contact you after the call. Okay. Thank you so much, Marissa, for the call today, and hope everyone has a wonderful day. Thank you.
Thank you.